2. The boring music.
Looking for lyrics, if you're looking to cry, if you're looking to think about life, you know, don't listen to hip hop.
Example with Tupac, his art was more than music. We saw him; he was a writer, he was a poet.
I've been there. You know, bro, I'm better than Tupac, bro. Please don't compare me to him. Please don't compare me to him. Please don't. Tupac can't make rock music. Tupac can't do that.
Wait,
Tupac couldn't do that.
Hold on.
Tupac didn't do that. Tupac was a dancer and a poet and a rapper.
But he was a revolutionary too and a leader of men.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
What you say? Drake is better than Tupac and Biggie. They ain't got shit on Drake. They ain't got shit on Drake. They don't have shit on Drake. What can they do that Drake can do? Drake rapping, singing.
The disrespect that hip-hop constantly gets is fucking ridiculous. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it's all new school rappers that are disrespecting hip-hop, or these new kids, they don't give a fuck about hip-hop or the culture, because that's not true. But man, honestly, look, it gets so hard to defend that when constantly these new school rappers, whether it's an interview or they're tweeting shit or whatever, and they're just blatantly disrespecting the culture. They're blatantly disrespecting the genre. They're blatantly disrespecting the greats that provided and paved the way for them to even be blessed in this fucking genre. Lil Xan recently went on Revolt, I believe, and said that Tupac was a 2.
2. The boring music.
He gave one of the greats a 2 rating, and he said Tupac was boring. Now look, if you're not a fan of Tupac, that's fine. If you're not a fan of his music, that's fine, I understand. But if you're gonna be in this culture, if you're gonna be a part of this, don't disrespect the greats. Don't disrespect someone that busted his ass, gave his blood, sweat, and tears, and his life for this, and say, well, his music was boring. Who the fuck are you to say that shit? And then there's people going to be like, oh, well, it's just his opinion. Yeah, and there's a much better way to explain his opinion, which, by the way, is stupid. I mean, Xan was in a position, I will agree, that he was going to get shit on no matter what he said, if that's how he truly felt. Saying I wasn't born in that time period to listen to Tupac, so I'm not a fan of Tupac's music, is way different than saying, oh, Tupac's a 2. His music's boring. Like, you're damn right, I'll be pissed if, say, someone like Post Malone says hip-hop has no real substance. If you want to cry, if you want to listen to real shit, don't listen to hip-hop. You're damn right I'm going to be insulted, because hip-hop was important to me. It's been important to my childhood. It's impacted so many other people's lives, and you're just shitting all that?
If you're looking to cry, if you're looking to think about life, you know, don't listen to hip hop.
Let's say for a second, let's say that's true, that hip-hop is none of that. What the fuck are you doing to change that? Why? You're a part of the problem that you're complaining about, and you're not changing anything. I heard your music, and it has nothing to do with what you're saying. Oh, well, hip-hop needs more of this, or hip-hop doesn't have this. Motherfucker, you don't have that. You don't have none of that, which makes them a culture vulture. Add that to the fact that they disrespect it, and they're simply, you can tell they're in it just for the profit. They're culture vultures. And then there's people that are going to be like, oh, you're only calling him a culture vulture because he's white. Does anyone call Eminem a culture vulture? Paul Wall, Vinnie Paz, ICPG, Easy, Mac Miller, the list goes on. And there's people that still don't understand the essence of a culture vulture. Anyone can be a culture vulture. Doesn't matter if you're white, Hispanic, black, Asian, fucking purple. If you disrespect the culture, if you use the culture for profit gain, you're a culture vulture. Alright, black rappers can be culture vultures too. Drake is a perfect example. I don't even know why I have to explain why Drake's a culture vulture, but I will. London Drake, Jamaican Drake, Dominican Drake, Houston Drake, Atlanta Drake, Hawaiian Drake. Like, bro, he's just using them to get clout. He's using them to get attention. He's using that ethnicity, that culture, for just profit. Then he drops it, moves on to the next, and it's a never-ending cycle. It's like Black China when she hops on a young rapper. That's how Drake is. Oh, another culture? Yay, let me hop on it. Culture vulture. And then back to the disrespectful part. Kodak Black. recently, no, not recently, I believe, it was his XXL year, so 2016, yes. In 2016, Kodak Black said he's better than Tupac and Biggie. Alright, there's a difference between having confidence in yourself and just plain up being arrogant. Now, what Kodak should have said is, I'm the best, or I want to be the best, or I'm gonna be the best. See, that's way different than using two rappers who are deceased as fucking attention to up your game up. Like, who the fuck are you? And then Lil Yachty saying Drake's better than Tupac and Biggie.
What you say? What you say? Drake is better than Tupac and Biggie. They ain't got shit.
And then there's X, he's gonna get pissed off that Akinaway, DJ Academics, I call him Akinaway compared him to Tupac, and X is gonna be like, no, don't compare me to that nigga, don't compare me to Tupac. Tupac didn't make rock music.
You know, bro, I'm better than Tupac, bro. Please don't compare me to him. Please don't compare me to him. Please don't. Tupac can't make rock music. Tupac can't do that.
Huh?
Tupac can't make rock music. Tupac can't do that.
I don't even know how to respond to that. So you as a rapper don't want to be compared to another rapper because he doesn't make rock music?
Tupac can't make rock music. Tupac can't do that.
Ha! Some of y'all y'all need to think before y'all speak, man. These label companies, y'all need to prep these rappers up. It's just so disrespectful. And then later on, X is gonna be like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, oh, if Tupac was revolutionary or not, I don't give a fuck.
Tupac was a dancer and a poet and a rapper.
But he was a revolutionary too and a leader of men.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
And it's crazy because this disrespect really only happens in hip-hop. You don't see this disrespect in any other environment. You don't see it in a high work field. You don't see this in any sport position. You won't see this in even any other music genre. Like, for some reason, it honestly feels like hip-hop is the place where it's tolerable to be disrespectful. Where, yeah, you could be disrespectful, you'll get frowned upon, but nothing will really happen to you. And I'm not saying that they should get beat up or they should get dropped, they should lose their lives. I'm not saying that at all. And I don't see why you would feel the need to defend these rappers when they're wrong. If you're a fan of them, if you're a fan of those rappers, that's fine. If you're a fan of their music, that's fine. I might look at you funny, but that's fine if you're a fan of their music. But how are you gonna defend someone that's blatantly being disrespectful or that's blatantly stealing? You can't defend those actions. You shouldn't defend those actions. And to all you people that are going to say that it's just their opinions, there's ways to say your opinion without being disrespectful. There's ways to show your opinion without shitting on the genre that's providing for you. There's ways to express your opinion without blatantly not caring about the culture that you're in. If you so openly are not a fan of the culture, are not a fan of the greats, leave. Go somewhere else. And then see if you can be disrespectful to that genre, to that culture, to wherever you go. And I'm proud Waka. I'm proud T.I. said what they said about Lil Xan. And I'm proud others have spoken about whether it's a Post or what Biggie or a Kodak or Lil Yachty have said. And then there's some of y'all that are going to say, well, he didn't disrespect the culture. He disrespected Pac or Biggie. Pac's the culture. Biggie is the culture. Jay, culture. They're the culture. Nas, Prodigy, Rakim, they're the culture. And I've said this already, but if you're not a fan of old school music or old school rappers, that is perfectly fine. If all you want to listen to is turn up music, that is perfectly fine. If you want to listen to repetitive shit, that is perfectly fine. But there's ways to voice and say you're not a fan of it than just coming out and being disrespectful to the culture. 21, 19, whatever, is not an excuse to be unaware of the culture that they're in is not an excuse to be complete fucking idiots. Don't make excuse for them. Stop that. Wow, I already know the comment sections are going to be crazy for this one. Check out my social media, Instagram, Twitter, @It'sVampKing, Snapchat too. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I'll holler at y'all later.